Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? I could still kind of see you guys a little bit. I'm kidding. Glasses not on today, but I will have them on again another time. Is it weird? I'm kind of weird looking. Anyways, guys, so I have a new book review. It is on The Knife of Never Letting Go. This is by Patrick Ness, and this is the first book in the Chaos Walking series, as you can see there. I finished this yesterday night. I started it on Sunday, and it was a quick read for me. I was really into it. It was very good, wonderful, suspenseful, and all of that awesome stuff. This is probably the best book in the world as far as I'm concerned, and it's so good. It was so good. Like all of my other reviews, I will go over what this book is all about, and I will talk about, of course, the characters, the writing style, because the writing style, you will find out, is a really big thing, something you will notice right off the bat. And so let's get on with this review. First of all, let's start off with the synopsis, what this book is all about. Our main character is Todd Hewitt. He lives in a town, very small town called Prentice Town, and he lives in a world where everyone can hear each other's thoughts, and the people call this the noise. He is 12 years old when he's introduced in this book, and he will become 13 soon. So one day, Todd and his dog, Manchi, is on an errand to pick some apples, and he stumbles upon this area of complete silence. You can't hear anything, you could feel it. In a place where everyone can hear each other's thoughts, it's totally weird. Stumbling upon the silence, Todd is forced to leave Prentice Town. There are secrets hidden away from him. The world that he thought he lived in is not all what it seems to be. And so that's basically where the plot takes off. Todd is basically running for his life because he stumbled into something that he wasn't supposed to find out, and it was insane and crazy and awesome, and I loved it. Reading this book brought me back to reading The Hunger Games for me, and it's one of those books that contains chapters that leave you at a cliffhanger ending in pretty much most of the chapters, and I loved it. The plot was really interesting, really fast-paced, and it was... Let's talk about the characters. We will talk about Todd Hewitt. I found him very realistic as a character put under the circumstances and conditions he's in. I thought he reacted as anyone would be in his circumstances, in his shoes. He's full of frustration, anger, curiosity. He's full of pride, stubbornness. He's hard-headed. He's very much like a boy. He doesn't ask for help. He refuses to ask for help. Gets embarrassed by his weaknesses. But he also shows sides of softness and sweetness. Some of his actions are very endearing. I think overall he's a really great character, and his development as a character was awesome. So Todd Hewitt, I loved him. I wanted to hold him and console him, and that's just weird, but anyways. Other characters in the book I found really engaging, interesting, had a lot of character, and the villains. I love the villains. I love my villains evil and nasty, and it's good to know who you hate in the book and why you hate them, and I thought the villains were amazing. Overall, characters were great. I found them immensely interesting in the book. Let's talk about the writing style. We have to talk about the writing style, guys. It will hit you fast and hard, let me tell you that. With Patrick Ness and the Chaos Walking series, you will understand full force of his writing style, how different and unique it was. I will admit the writing style is something you'll have to get used to. If you're in the library or in the bookstore and you're thinking of picking it up, read the first 3 pages. I will explain all, and you will know how the rest of the book is going to be laid out. I hope that it doesn't hinder you from the experience of the book. It does get some getting used to, but I thought it just added to the world building experience. I thought it added to the authenticity of what Todd was going through. It added to the world he was living in, and I thought it reflected this really well. I thought it reflected him as a character really well. It's definitely unconventional. I hope it doesn't deter people from experiencing and enjoying the read. I think it'll definitely enhance it for sure. That's how I felt anyways. The writing was excellent. It definitely pulled me into the story. As far as the writing goes, it's fabulous. I thought it was great. So with that being said, I'm going to give The Knife of Never Letting Go, the first book in the Chaos Walking series, a definite readable. It's one of those readable times a billion ratings. You know how I give those ratings, times a billion. If this book continues on to be what it is in the next 2 books, this is a trilogy, this might be my favorite sci-fi series slash my favorite series of all time. I've seen really high ratings on Goodreads, and I don't know how this book has slipped under the radar of people. Seriously. I don't know, maybe it's not under the radar, maybe I just live under a rock and I have never heard of it. I highly recommend. It's sci-fi, has some religious undertones, FYI. It didn't bother me if that makes any of a difference to you. Thriller, suspenseful, mysterious, anticipation was there. I was covering a lot of chapter endings in the book, and yeah, it's awesome. Read it, seriously. Yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you guys have an awesome night. Hopefully I didn't weird you two out with the lack of glasses. But anyways, guys, have a good day. Yeah. Bye!